Wow, that is it then. We're back in England, Angleterre. Last night we came back into the port of Plymouth and it was absolutely perfect for us guys. We literally docked at Plymouth at 8:10 and we were literally back in our house for like 9 o'clock, and it took a little while to get off the boat, a little bit, you know what it's like, everybody's like getting off, and anyway, then by the time we got clear of the port, passport control, stuff like that. So it was an absolute like breeze. So we had a nice, that Sunday, made a nice like lie in bed in the morning, bit of breakfast, a nice little trundle back with like no pressure. So fantastic trip. What can we say? What can we not love about Brittany? Probably a few of you are probably wondering what maybe the total cost of the campings and stuff was. I kept mentioning the fact I was pretty happy with the fact that I'd filled up, well, not actually filled up, I think I put 50 litres in at Ivy Bridge when I was on the way, my way down to the port that initial Thursday night, and we didn't put any more fuel in. It was, you know, it was probably getting on for like the 2-week period when I put that extra fuel in, and knowing that I'd needed some to get back up to Roscoff. So anyway, but and I've still got like about under half a tank of fuel, just under half a tank of fuel left. So fuel consumption wise on this trip was like very, very cost effective, and we ended up having like 16 nights in France, because we scooped the Friday and the Saturday, and then obviously the 2 weeks, the 14 days after that. So 16 nights in France, and I can run, shall I run down through? So we done the Perros-Guirec. We had 2 nights up on the Granite Coast. That was on the camping car park aire, which came in at 1732 euros per night. So that was all really nice, electric, everything like that. Then we moved from there across to that Plouescat aire, which was 15 euros with electricity, facilities there, out on the flat land where they were doing the kiting thing. Yeah, so ended up at Plouescat. Then we left Plouescat and done that really nice road down around the coast, the Phare du Trezien, that lighthouse park up. So yes, we had power there as well, which was 12 euros. From there we went on to Plougonvelin, the one up on the hill, which was 10.20. We walked down to the fort, went in the town, had some food, 10.20 euros. Le Fret, one of my favourite kind of places, that real nice harbour side place with them like old fishing boats, they leave to rot and drift back into the water. Le Fret was camping car park, and that was coming in at 16 euros 12 cents. And the same when we left there, the Morgat, again, a camping car park, so that was another 12 euros, all with like full electric and facilities to empty it, grey, black. Then we left there and we proceeded on to the Penmarch, which was the car park. We went to the Merlin Brewery, went up into the other place, the Tom's Diner place. We went up to the Mambo drinks bar, onto the beach, lovely, great setting, and that was the 5.50 euros. That's where the guy came round and literally yeah, €5.50, which we couldn't believe, really. It was great. From there we shot across to Loctudy, where we couldn't get on the camping car park, if you remember, and if you watched all this series, there's quite a few episodes in this series, and anyway, so Loctudy, we ended up on the campsite, which was the first little pitch was a little bit messy, if you remember, but anyway, that was ended up being 22 euros on that camping. We ended up having made use of the shower block, and a little bit dated, but typical Frenchy sort of old school camping. So that was a Loctudy. From there, we shot across the camping car park, Pont l'Abbey. So that's where we got involved with the festivities for the the concert, and we had the Irish bar. And Pont l'Abbey was 15.32, €15.32 on the camping car park there, aire again, which electric. Fantastic. The next one was the beach park up, the free down by the Mousterlin on the plage, that beautiful beach where we actually got a bit sunburned, to be honest. That was a free park up. That on this trip, it was the only like free park up that we had, and it was just, that's the way it was. Night 12 was the another one my all-time favourites was Port Louis, and that was 10 euros, and that was that park up right on the front where we looked over the sea there. It was just like a stunning location, and the tide went right out and came back in again. But anyway, then, so the next night, I love that kind of area. So we knew the Citadel was up there. I wanted to go and visit the Citadel. So we left that park up by the beach and proceeded up to the Ramparts, which was in the ward kind of like camper car park. Another 10 euros. So both exactly the same camping car parks in that area. Perfect. Left there, we proceeded on to a Quiberon, that park up on the top of the hill, and then we walked to Quiberon in the town. That came in at 10.50 euros up there. Great park up. Probably if the weather wasn't so good, we sort of commented the fact that we were very, very lucky with the weather. Probably not so good if that weather did decide to turn. So right up on the quite exposed coast up there. And then, yeah, so we left, we were getting close to coming to the close then of the coast on southern Brittany. So then it was on to Arradon. So 21 euros on the camping, and where I went to the camping car park, looked a little bit dusty, but we ended up on the camping, the municipal. We used their facilities for the shower block, and perfect. We had a couple of showers there, one in the evening, one in the morning before we left to freshen up, and then we proceeded there on up to our last park up, which was 1504, the Goazec. St Goazec, the camping car park. They used to be, that was our last park up. That was a municipal, and now is taken over with the barrier of the camping car park. So it came in at a grand total of 239 euros 96 cents. Just done a quick exchange on that. That comes in at £208 and 2 pence. UK money. So all in all, just over 200 quid for 16 days in France was pretty epic. That was pretty good value for money. I'm going to quickly move on because I want to quickly rinse this video tonight. We were just on the ferry, and we had a question from one of our subscribers that was asking the question, Jof, when is the best time to book the ferry for Brittany Ferries? And I was kind of like, okay, I don't really know how to answer that really. So I shot straight to the Brittany Ferry information desk and saw the lady on there and said, look, we've just been asked this question, and what do you think? She literally said the fact that obviously if the prices increase, they go up. So if you book now for next year, so she reckons obviously you're going to get the better value price now to book now. So if you want to book that far in advance, yeah, I kind of like this trip, it was a bit last minute because it was just one of them things that evolved quite quickly. I don't normally book that far ahead. There's a lot of people I know want to book that far ahead, and then they know they're going, that kind of thing. So yeah, something to bear in mind. And obviously the thing is, then you can get the dates that suit you, and plus the fact, you know, the situation where we didn't have a cabin originally and just were lucky enough to scoop a cabin for that overnight. So if you want to, you know what you want to get a cabin, you may want a window, which is always nice. Obviously, waking up in the morning and looking out the window is always nice. Going to bed watching the sun goes down is always nice. Yeah, so obviously you're going to get what you want the more you book in advance. So that's what I'm going to... I actually said to her, I said, hey, while I'm here then, just as a matter of interest, club voyage, any good to me? Okay. Yeah, to be honest, she said, look guys, if you're not traveling that frequently, it's not going to be worth it. You've got to be a kind of frequent traveler to get the real benefits. So I kind of like, I'm not that frequent with Brittany ferries, to be honest. So, you know, occasionally we're using DFDS when we're going from Dieppe, Newhaven. We're going to go Dover, Calais. We're using a different ferry company. So, not that often with Brittany ferries. Okay, but anyway, so then later on we were talking to a couple from Cornwall, and they were actually telling us that they do quite a few journeys across, and they are in the club voyage scheme. Although they were kind of saying now the fact that it's a little bit tricky in the busier times. They don't, they're not eligible for the bigger discounts or discounts at all. And we were like, right, okay, so even, you know, if you're in the club voyage club, so it'd be great to get some good comments on that. Let's get some comments going on this, because it's just, you know, yeah, bit of a learning curve. I don't know. I looked at it, bit of discount on some food and stuff like that. Better like cabin, you know, so maybe some cabin upgrades, things like that. So yeah, I don't, you know, it was one of them things that before this trip, I quickly looked at it and I thought, nah, it's probably not the best thing for me personally. It's literally, if it suits you, again, have a look at it. The other thing I was going to say is the fact that we went into the duty free, and I did actually support them because it's not a bad deal. The Dom Papa, which we bought one on the way out and we bought one on the way back because my camping was so cheap. But I will say that in one of the Carrefour supermarkets that we went in, not this particular one because this is a new one, but I got another style of Dom Papa, and the prices was not far away from the duty free, so bear that in mind. So some really good deals in the supermarkets. You know what it's like, even in UK now at the moment. Supermarkets have really rocketed it down on your drinks and stuff. So that's just another observation. The perfume, Caroline got some perfume and stuff like that, which was a really good saving, and they did some more. They throw in goodies as well, you know what I mean, so you can get a nice little bundle on the way back and stuff like that. So I think that is covered everything for this little vlog, and hope it just made it sort of informative of the place we went, the cost, and I think personally that's pretty incredible value for money. You know, bearing in mind one hotel stay these days, probably, yeah, two nights in a reasonable hotel. That's what we've paid for, like kind of 16 nights in France and some epic locations. So I hope you enjoyed the series. There is a playlist of all the videos which I'll throw into the link. I'll put the link into this video. So if you want to trundle through and get any more extra information of how we got to these places, what they're like, take a look at it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.